Think about the last time you hired a contractor for your own home, whether it's a plumber, roofer, electrician, whatever it is. What was the first thing you did? You probably grabbed your phone, you searched plumber near me, and you look at the first three that are listed there. Let's just say the top person had 145 reviews with a 4.9 rating. One had 2 reviews, and somebody had no reviews at all. Who'd you call? You probably called the first person who had 145 reviews. You didn't even look at the website. You didn't care if they were more expensive. You called them because 145 other people in town said this is the person to call, right? And right now in your hometown, this is the exact same thing that they are doing when they're searching for a landscaper, lawn care, whatever. They're looking for someone they can trust. And if you have fewer than 20 reviews, you're pretty much invisible. If you have fewer than 10 reviews, you're not going to be found except for way buried down in Google. And when you have less than these 20 reviews, you're essentially leaving tens of thousands of dollars on the table every single season. And today we're going to share with you how to go about fixing this. I'm going to share with you the exact system that you can use to get these reviews on almost every single job without adding another thing to your to-do list. So make sure you guys stick around.
We want to take a quick second to tell you about our friends over at Cycle CPA. I can't even express to you how important it is to have a good accountant on your side. You know you want accurate bookkeeping and financial statements every month. Instead, you're often left with limited time to focus on the accounting side of your business and no reports to show for it. At Cycle CPA, the landscaping accountants, they not only handle the bookkeeping, but also provide landscape industry benchmarking, job costing, financials by service line, advisory meetings, and much more. Cycle CPA has a team of landscaping accountants available to provide anything from bookkeeping to CFO services. Visit cyclecpa.com, and for $100 off, mention the $1 Million Landscaper Podcast.
Welcome back to the $1 Million Landscaper Podcast. I'm Scott Molchan, and this is a show we talk about the real side of having a landscape business. We share with you how to get your time back, how to get your numbers right, how to build a company that actually serves you instead of you serving it. All right. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, make sure you please do so other people can find us and also so you don't miss another episode. So let's dive into the most powerful free marketing tool on the planet right now, and that's Google Reviews. Now, we talk to landscapers all the time who say, Scott, I don't need to worry about Google. I get all my business from word of mouth. And we tell them the exact same thing all the time. Google Reviews are word of mouth. They are the digital word of mouth that's basically on steroids. And think about the old day, going back to before the digital days, a customer might leave a review or not leave a review. They might let another neighbor know that they're happy with you. They start chit-chatting over the fence and says, hey, I noticed you had some new landscaping. Oh yeah, I had so-and-so landscape company out. They did a great job. But they're only telling that one person, right? That's it, one person. Today, a happy customer who leaves a 5-star review on Google, now hundreds of people in your town are seeing this every single month. And when a homeowner is looking to spend $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 on patio or just a few $100s a month on maintenance, they're terrified of getting screwed over, right? They're afraid of the horror stories that they heard about the landscape contractor who showed up, did an estimate, gave them a deposit, and never showed up, right? Or they're terrified of someone who would destroy their lawn, whatever it is. Reviews are the trust signal, right? They prove that you are a real business, you show up when you say you're going to show up, and that you do good work. And if you have 5 reviews and your competitor has 85, your competitor is probably going to get the job 9 times out of 10. Even if your work is better, which it probably is. It's because a customer doesn't know your work is better. They only see what they see online through the Google reviews. So if these Google reviews are so important, why do most of you have so few of them? It usually comes down to 2 things. Number one, you forget to ask. You finish that job, you're tired, you're ready to go home, ready to move on to the next property, whatever it is. You send the invoice over and move on. The second reason, sometimes it feels awkward. You feel like you're bothering the customer. You don't want to give them anything to do, right? Or you feel like it's just too salesy. But the truth is, your happy customers want to help you. If you did a great job, you created an awesome backyard, you put down that mulch and it really cleaned up the yard. Hell, if you showed up on time and respected their property, respected them, they are thrilled. They want to support a good local business. But don't forget, they're busy too, right? They aren't going to wake up on a Saturday, Sunday morning and say, you know what I should do today? I should probably go find Scott's profile and leave him a review. It's never going to happen. You have to make it incredibly easy for them, and you have to ask at the right moment. Timing is super important when it comes to asking reviews. The worst time to ask for a review is after the job's been finished and it's 2-3 weeks down the line, and you bury it in an email. It might be in an invoice, whatever. This excitement from that customer is now gone. That new patio, that fresh mulch job is just now part of the yard. But the best time to ask for that review is when they are at the peak of their excitement. And this is typically right after that is finished, right after you finish doing the project, after you finish doing the mulching, whatever it is. And if you do projects like hardscaping, landscape installation, planting job, whatever it is, you should be doing your final walkthrough of that customer. And when you walk that property with them, you show them, all the stuff that you did, make sure it lines up the contract, whatever it is. You answer any questions they have. And at the end, they're probably going to say something like, Scott, this looks amazing. Thank you so much. That is the exact moment. That compliment from them opens it up to ask for the review. They're basically saying, ask me for a review, right? You need to do this. And it could be simply something like this. Hey, Mrs. Smith, I appreciate what you said here. I'm glad you love this. Our crews worked super hard on this project. As you know, as a local business, the biggest way we grow our business is through online reviews. Would you be willing to give us a review on Google so other people in the neighborhood could find us, right? 99% of the time, they're going to say, yeah, I'd love to. But here's where most of you guys drop the ball. The customer says yes. But you simply say something like, hey, great, awesome, thank you. Could you just head over to Google, leave us a review? And then you drive away. Now this customer, they're still happy, right? But they go inside and they find the dog puked on the rug, whatever. The kids are screaming. And now they forget all about leaving a review. Or maybe you do remember to send them a text a little bit later, but they still forget because they are busy. Are you going to follow up with them 3 days later? Are you going to chase them down? No, because you're busy running your business. You're dealing with customers. You're dealing with the crews, whatever it is. You're just busy. And what happens when you do get that review? Does it sit there for 3 or 4 weeks before you respond to it? Or did you even know you're supposed to respond to it? We find out some people that don't even know this. You want all your reviews handled, right? But you don't want to be the one handling them. You already have done the hard part. You've made the sale. You finished the crew or finished the job. The crew's finished the job, whatever it is. But you're just busy. You shouldn't have to be the one that is doing all the stuff. You don't have time to be a full-time marketing manager too, right? We don't have time for it. And this is exactly why we've created our automated review management over at LeadSpeed. We realize that you guys are just busy. You don't have time, and that you're losing out on reputation because you're busy. You've earned that great reputation, but you don't have time to ask for the review. You don't have time to follow up them. So here is how a real system that's set up, that automatically put in place works. Let's say you finish a job on Tuesday. You don't have to worry about sending the link. By Wednesday morning, your customer is going to get a automatic text that's sent over to them asking for the review. And if they don't leave one right away, the system's just going to simply nudge them a little bit a few days later. No awkward face-to-face conversation, phone calls, whatever it is. No chasing people down. Now your customer is going to leave a review by, say, Thursday. By Thursday afternoon, a personalized thank you is sent to that customer on Google. You never touched it. The system just runs automatically in the background. And the best part is the system can actually adjust to the review. So if it reads that the customer gave you a great 5-star review, it's going to respond appropriately with appreciation, right? If you get a negative review, it's going to be calm, it's going to be professional, so you never look bad in front of customers. I've seen some people that I probably would never hire after reading some reviews, and I see how crappy you are back to them. Yes, I understand the customer could have been the customer from hell, but you have to remain professional because other people see that. Don't forget that. That's a huge one. Now, having the system in place, you get to focus on running your crews, making the sales, whatever, while your online reputation grows automatically. If you need help with this and you're tired of leaving money on the table, reach out to leadspeed.io. We can set the whole thing up for you. It's simple phone call, connecting your profile, and it's done, right? All right, so let's do a quick recap. Google reviews are the new word of mouth. And if you don't have them, you're essentially you're invisible, and Google is not going to push you up, and it's going to be hard for people to find you. You need to stop being afraid to ask for customers. Your happy customers want to help you. You need to ask at the right moment. And that's typically when the job's just finished, after that final walkthrough, whatever it is. And most importantly, stop trying to manage it all. You don't have time. You are too busy to chase down customers to ask for those reviews, and respond to them appropriately, right? You need to automate it. Let the system do the heavy lifting so you can get back to being you, dealing with the customers or being with your family, whatever it is. Make it easier for you. Go ahead over to leadspeed.io. Love to help you guys. All right, guys, go make it happen, and we'll see you next week.